Welcome to day 13, where we talk about the power of vision. How do you develop your personal vision? Ask yourself, what is it that you love? There is something that you love to do that there's a grace to it, or you feel the presence of God. The whole chariots of fire, right? When I run, I feel the pleasure of God. What is the favor on your life? The more that you can collect these things and pay attention to these things, you will begin to align with the purpose in your life. And what do people tell you that you're good at? So I said it in my book and I'll say it again. We all can be busy, but in reality, are we really busy with the things that connect us to the calling that is on our lives? Danny Silk says that the life you lead is yours to lead. If you don't, someone with a vision and a dream will recruit you to serve in theirs. Pay attention to where you put your time and your energy and who you gather close to you. Thriving in life is your job to succeed in. Have a dream, vision, and a purpose because no one else is going to do it for you. Dreaming and gaining vision is a practice we must all cultivate on a day by day basis. Listen, God, He is a God of seeds and babies, not full grown trees and people, right? Like we also have to learn to commit to this process of transformation and watch as God unfolds one of His most beautiful masterpieces, and that's you becoming you. Recognize that vision, it takes time. God, He's not on our timeline, nor is He required to do so. God's pace, I have found, is typically slow, yet extremely transformative. Oftentimes, we are in a hurry. But if you look at God's creation, like just look around, creation, it is not in a hurry, and neither is God. But we are. And I love the way that God, He speaks through His nature. Like if you have studied chickens in any capacity, you can see that it can take almost 24 hours for a little baby chick to hatch from its shell. If you have ever watched this process, it can be painful to watch. That poor little chick just struggles so much. And oftentimes we, with our compassionate hearts, will want to jump in and help it. But really, we know we shouldn't because it's in the struggle. And that struggle is usually what grants the perseverance and the muscle to crawl and then walk and eventually fly. So to meddle or for God to invade in our processes would cripple us. It would do a disservice. And potentially we would have to go around that same thing again and again until we learn to conquer it. And so look at our children. Sometimes we want to remove the struggle from them, right? And we may even want to help them solve the problem. But if I rescue my kids from all the difficult times in their life, it's in these times that are actually what shapes them and builds confidence in their own relationship with Jesus. And sometimes God says that this is good for you and this is where you need to be. And oftentimes, how we see the battle will determine the outcome. So if you gain a vision and experience obstacle after obstacle, know that God is using it. And if you learn to look through the eyes of God and gain His perspective, you know you are only being set up for success, right? Because again, how you see the battle often determines the outcome. So, vision gives pain a purpose. And would you wake up every day at 5 a.m. to work out, not knowing that it's going to make you stronger? No, you do it because your pain has purpose and you have a vision. There will be pain points and obstacles along the way as you pursue the vision and the dreams in your heart. We all know that anything satisfactory in life requires sacrifice, it's work. Think about raising kids. There's a lot of joy, but there's also a lot of heart. But me and my husband, we have a vision for our family. We know that one day all my kids, they'll all grow up to leave this house and make their own contributions in this world. And we do not take this vision lightly. It takes, yes, vision, but also a lot of intention and fortitude. Listen, you may be in a hard place right now, but something good is happening and God is going to come through for you. If you look at the life of David, he was anointed to be king at a very young age, but God, he didn't just hand him over the kingdom at a young age. He wasn't equipped for it. But he had a vision. He was going to be king. But first, he had to become a shepherd boy. And David knew this. He took his responsibility seriously. And anytime a lion and a bear came, he went out after it and he struck it. And it was in doing the small victories that he gained the confidence to slay Goliath. And we all know that overnight success, it does not happen overnight, right? In reality, the thing that we don't want to do is oftentimes the very thing that we need to do. And 90% of the time, doing the hard thing is doing the right thing. Because anything of value takes time. It takes hard work, grit, and determination. So gain a vision, recognize what matters most to you, and then take actionable steps every day to make it happen. Be a person who lives on purpose. Your genes, your upbringing, and the challenges of life, they can impact us, but they do not have to define us. Discover your deep-seated yes. The power of human tenacity mixed with the Holy Spirit is an amazing thing. Remember, you can't, He can, so together with God, you will.